It's been called groundbreaking, must-see TV, and of course, outrageously funny. But one thing's for sure, since the first series 5 years ago, it's become one of the most successful shows in American television history. Winning countless awards, including 4 Emmys, and from Madonna to Elton John, a whole host of celebrity fans eager to break down these studio doors for a cameo role. What's the show? Why, Will and Grace, of course. And I'm Ross King. And here I am right on the set. So come with me now as we go exclusively behind the scenes to talk to the stars of the show on Will and Grace. Access all areas. For anyone not too familiar with the show, let me get you up to speed. Will is a high-flying lawyer, and he lives with Grace. But not like that. You see, Will is gay.
Maybe this guy Leo's bringing along is going to turn out to be totally hot. Hello.
But Grace isn't. She is a high-maintenance single city girl, which means she is neurotic and, of course, hopeless at dating.
What are you doing now?
I'm joining you.
What?
Small talk. You know, a little back and forth. I just went, now you go.
And then there is Jack, the antidote to Will's controlled behavior, whose angelic looks can be very deceiving.
That's that horse guy. He likes the sound of that.
His sparring partner is the other essential ingredient in the mix, Karen.
I'm a lady, and I do have moral standards to uphold. That was just for us.
With her acerbic wit and his outrageous manner, Jack and Karen make a formidable team, although they still choose to spend most of the time round at Will's apartment.
Come on, Grace, hurry up. I got an early meeting. I knew when we installed that pulsating shower head it was going to slow down our mornings. Grace!
Who are you talking to?
I'm talking to you. Now hurry up, get out of the bathroom. Wait.
Well, it's happening again. I'm having that dream where she's everywhere.
Oh, look at the time. I gotta fly.
So creepy. People just appearing out of nowhere.
I don't know, using your apartment like it's their own.
It's rude is what it is. What happened to manners? What happened to respect? What happened to tennis socks with the pom-poms on the back?
You could say they're just one big happy family. And so they should be, because, as I discovered, with 4 amazing series under their belts, they've all become very close, in and out of the studio. Because there's a fair amount of fondling goes on during the filming.
Absolutely.
Is there a lot of fondling goes on off as well?
Yeah, it's a pretty X-rated set.
That's why I said I'd hold your hand, but I draw the line.
Eric's been telling us it's a very touchy-feely set, on and off.
Yeah.
So what are the highlights of working with Eric?
You're never wanting for a song, because there's always songs to be sung when Eric is around.
And decided to create a dream come true. So they sprinkle moon dust in your hair and golden starlight in your eyes of blue.
He's touchy-feely, so there's lots of hugs and kisses and comfort even when you don't need comforting, just because he's touchy-feely. And I think we've all become maybe a little inappropriately touchy-feely as a result. You know, 5 years, you sort of lose your boundaries.
Hey, what is the problem? It was just a kiss.
Oh, no. You don't understand. It was a really good kiss.
Show me. Yeah, you're screwed.
We're very friendly. We all, you know, part of acceptance is touching. And wherever that goes with Megan, Deb, and Eric and me, then so be it.
There's no boundary?
There's no boundaries. There's no boundaries. We're all sleeping with each other. How about that? How about that?
Maybe I shouldn't go. Come on, Will, I'm all set. Even got my surprise underwear on. You mean no underwear? That's the surprise.
Will and Grace has been a phenomenal success since it first hit the airwaves back in 1998. So, who have we got to thank for the show? Well, I caught up with the guys that started it all, writers David Cohen and Max Muchnick, to discover that originally the show wasn't about Will and Grace at all.
NBC made the phone call to us, and they were looking for a new love story to put on television, on their network.
And we're like, what love story can we tell with a good obstacle? Because love stories are only as good as the obstacles that prevent the two from getting together.
And then we came up with an idea to tell a love story that
Has an insurmountable
has an insurmountable obstacle, and they'll never get to the kiss. And we thought of this couple, Will and Grace. But the truth is, we went in there first with a different couple at the center of the show, and Will and Grace were the neighbors. And that's how we pitched the series, and they liked these neighbors, Will and Grace. They said, we're much more interested in them, but why don't you two go back to your office and think of a series that would revolve around those two.
Oh, good, you're here. Hi. Listen, there's something I need to talk to you about, and it's kind of important.
Yeah? Is it more important than this gift I got you?
I think it is, but give it to me anyway.
I think the appeal of Will and Grace has to be that unique chemistry between Debra Messing, Grace, and Eric McCormack, Will. It's incredible. I mean, I don't think the producers would have known just how unique that was when they got them together.
Oh my God, the wrapping is so beautiful. All these beads and glitter. Add a couple of spaghetti straps and a hint of butt crack, and it's an Academy Awards gown.
It was still seen as a big gamble for the network to make a show based around straight and gay relationships, but they dealt with their critics in a way that would have made Jack and Karen proud.
What's really fun to keep an eye on is the number of anti-gay groups and conservative groups that give that show hell. And much to their credit, they fight back and they send back bitchy letters. You know, that should be another show, is, you know, the producers sending back their very Megan Mullally-esque letters to these conservative groups saying, well, you know, like, oh, you know, you sound hot. Can we meet up later? I mean, they send letters like that. It's hysterical.
I'm going to take it to my gay group therapy. They'll help.
No more your damn gay group therapy. How many times do you expect me to sit through Mamma Mia?
But in a business with plenty of gay actors pretending to be straight, Eric McCormack, who plays Will, isn't actually gay. Hard to believe, but hey, that's why they call it acting. A fact that still seems to escape some people.
How many times a day do you get, even when you're out with the wife, the kid, and all that stuff, and do people going, come on, you are, aren't you? Come on.
Quite a bit, although they're very often talking about something else. You're the guy from Dharma and Greg, aren't you? Honestly. And I'll go, yes, I am. And piss off. It's starting to happen more and more. I think syndication makes that, you know, more so. The show is built so steadily, slowly but surely. And now it's fun to be in other cities. In Hollywood, people kind of expect to run into... It's fun to be in Toronto or London. I was in London last year, and people kind of just, what would I be doing there? And the look on their faces was like, I was in Italy, actually, last spring, and being served by a pretty snotty waiter in Siena, until these 4 Texan women came up and said, we have to have our picture taken with you. So please, just would you mind, it's our favorite show. And after they left, the waiter came up and said, Scusi, those are women, why they wanted your picture? My friend said he's on a big television show, and all of a sudden we were getting free dessert and free wine, so it was it pays off once in a while.
Okay, that's it for part 1, but don't you dare go away, because we've got all this and more to come in part 2 of Will and Grace, Access All Areas.
This is the show that you do. This is the one. I hear it's very funny.
I would love to see Will find a true love.
The thing about Michael Douglas, he's a good kisser.